Welcome back. This is the practical side of the workshop where we will be executing live recording to make sure that you guys know how to record simply in Pro Tools, copy and paste using shortcuts, how to use your mouse to also, and modifier keys to move things around on the timeline. Totally up to you on how you want to do these things. But this is Pro Tools workshop, week 2 practical. All right, last week we talked about all types of shortcuts. This week we are going to apply them. So if you guys didn't come up last week, if you didn't get online, then we will do a review to help you out. I don't think any of those papers are for the workshop. Those are all classroom materials. But if you want to get ahead and study them, you sure can have some. All right. Okay. All right. I am presenting my screen. As you see, we got our dashboard. And hold on 1 second. I'm gonna stop sharing because I got to cut the TV on for my visitors. My new starts. My new starts see me super ashy right now because I've been in a room for the last 7 days, chunking away, chopping away at all types of things. All right, I'm gonna present now so everybody can see my screen. All right. Back to Pro Tools. This is our Pro Tools dashboard. Again, this is where we set session parameters. This controls the quality capture of audio, right? What standard of audio do you want to adhere to? Do you want to go to DVD quality? That'll be 2448, right? And setting your session parameters, it deals with the bit depth and the sample rate. So last week we looked at the shortcuts to toggle these things, right? Command B as in boy to do bit depth. And then we got Command R as in rate to change the sample rate. All right, so CD quality is 16-bit, 44.1. DVD quality is 24-bit, 48K is DVD. And then 32-bit float with 96 is Blu-ray standard. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and name this workshop 2. And let's go ahead and put this in my folder. All right, so shortcut for the newbies. Shortcut for the newbies, adding tracks command. All right, so it's things that we need to do in Pro Tools first before we get started into adding tracks and all this other good stuff. All right, we got a simple process, and this process will keep you from a lot of headache in the future and troubleshooting things, and your client will be happy if you go ahead and knock these things out when you first open the session. So the first thing you want to do is launch Pro Tools. Right, check your iLock. You already got that. You got Pro Tools open. All right, you did step 1. Step 2 will be set session parameters. All right, set your bit depth and your sample rate to your liking based on the quality that you want. So when we're looking at the quality resolution, you know, as if audio was parallel to video, then you will have like VHS quality or DVD quality or CD quality. All of these different things are set by your session parameters. After you set those, we go to our playback engine. and make sure we are connected to the right device. All right, our hardware buffer size is pretty high for this, but we're gonna keep it there just because I don't trust this computer. We're in the Pro Tools Aggregate IO. Even though we're in the Pro Tools Aggregate IO, hopefully I just wasn't talking for 10 minutes and you guys couldn't hear me. We got the Pro Tools Aggregate IO here in instead of the Scarlett for a specific reason that does to the streaming and why we had to hook it up this way. But any other time, you would have chose your interface, whatever you was connected to. All right, so we check our playback engine, hardware buffer size. Typically, when you're recording, you want a low number. When you're mixing, you want a higher number. All that does is give your computer room to process. So when you're looking at a hardware buffer size, is how much of a head start do you want to give your computer? All right. Do you want to give them 32 samples versus 1,000? These things are gonna come quicker around than 1,000. So if you do 32, that's what you're gonna use for recording. When you're mixing, you're gonna give Pro Tools a little bit more time to process the different plugins and stuff. But when you're recording, you don't want to put it on 1024 because you don't want the audio being delayed too much. So when someone talks, they don't hear it. They hear it later, kind of like them Chinese movies, action movies, where it's like, hey, how are you doing? You know? So make sure those are correct. Again, we'll be getting more into these things in class, but just for your right now information and knowledge, when you're recording, low setting, mixing, high setting. Right now, we're gonna do some recording, but I'm gonna leave it at a high just because this computer tends to have a slower processor, so it's gonna need the little extra room that we give it. All right. Once we set our session parameters, it is now time for us to add our tracks. All right. So the add track command is gonna be Command+Shift+N as in November. All right. Once we add our new tracks, we get to tell Pro Tools how many tracks we want to add. All right. We can change our different track types and our track format by using shortcuts. All right. And these shortcuts are to go from mono to stereo. It's going to be Command right arrow. Left arrow goes the other way. So if we're toggling between mono and stereo, it'll be Command left and right to toggle between those. All right. To toggle between the different tracks, which is the middle column, then you'll do a Command up and down to go toggle through these. Now, we won't explain what each one of these are and why you would need them, when would you need them, all this other stuff. All right. All I'm doing is just telling you how to navigate through them without like clicking your mouse. All right. If you want to be a clicker, it is totally fine to be a clicker. There's nothing wrong with grabbing the mouse and coming up here and choosing what track you want. You know, it's okay. Whatever is efficient for you, that's what you want to do. All right. So we're gonna go mono, and let's do about 6 tracks, mono tracks, and hit create. All right, we got our 6 audio tracks in mono. The reason we can tell that it's in mono is because it only have 1 meter. All right. If I do, let's see. Let me delete this one. If I do a stereo track, then my stereo track will have 2 meters. All right. And then we can add tracks using shortcuts as well. And these are called uh double click functions. All right. So how to add tracks with the double click. All right. I'm gonna get rid of this one. All right, to add an audio track is going to be Command double click. All right, so if I got my 6 tracks here, I'm gonna go ahead and name these. Vox 1, Man Down. Oops. Vox 2. Vox 3. Vox 4. Vox 5. Vox 6. All right, so I named all my tracks. I just name them Vox for vocals. All right, now I want to add another track. All right, we're gonna go through these double click functions for you guys. Ooh. All right, so double click functions in Pro Tools. How to add tracks. Command double click gives you an audio track. Look at here, I got another audio track. All right, control double click gives you an aux. Okay. Option double click gives you option double click gives you an instrument track. And then shift double click gives you a master fader. All right, these are gonna come in handy when you are in a session and you're building tracks and you need more inputs. Then you're just gonna use the double click function to get those things in there. All right, so we got our tracks in. All right, I'm gonna take this audio 1 track, move it to the top, and I'm gonna go ahead and name this the record track. Because if you remember last week, we looked at an Atlanta style of recording where they record to 1 record track and pull everything down, and then we looked at how to actually pull clips down into the timeline without them being shifted to the left or the right, because that would suck if you have to pull something down and it gets moved and then it is out of place. So we looked at shortcuts and how to lock it from going side to side, but it can go up and down. All right. Then we looked at how to use Pro Tools Ultimate to get around Pro Tools. Actually, I don't even know if I got auto tune in here. No auto tune at all. But we looked at last week. We looked at how to bypass Pro Tools safety processing that it does. All right. So, for instance, if I add I would say pitch shift, if I wanted to sound like I was screwed down. When I go to hit the record button, because this is DSP, this is fine. Mic check 1 2 2. Well, typically they would disengage the plugin, but it seems like this one is fine. Let's see what else. Bing, 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 bing. Oh, so it's picking up from the computer, not my microphone. All right, so we're gonna look at some recording, and we looked at the shortcuts for recording. All right, it's gonna be 3 on the numeric pad, or Command Spacebar, or F12, or your 3 ways of recording in Pro Tools. Now, Command Spacebar and F12 might be unavailable because they could be assigned to something else in the system. So you have to go to your Pro Tools window, preference window to turn those things off. So these other commands could work. All right, so let's go through. What we're going to do is go through our style of recording, this particular style of recording. The reason we're teaching this in the Pro Tools shortcut is because this is a very basic sense of recording and how to navigate through Pro Tools without being hung up on what tracks to record to. Right. A lot of times, for me, I'm navigating using shortcuts to toggle between different tracks. All right. This can be done by doing a Shift R, by clicking and Shift R. But in order to do that, you got to come up here and make sure that these things are on the link playlist. I mean, link edit and timeline together, and then link track and edit selection together. I got to make sure that these two things have blue in them. These two icon pieces right here, I want those together, and it just makes it easier for me to navigate through Pro Tools. All right. And the reason it makes it easier to navigate through Pro Tools is your ability to click where you want using your mouse in tandem with shortcut keys on the left hand. All right. So if I wanted to record on this track, I can just click in it and do a Shift R with my my left hand. Shift R. You know, if I want to solo, I can click Shift S. If I want to mute something, it'll be Shift M. Okay. And then input monitor will be Shift I to input the monitor. So again, modifier keys with the Shift. All right, Shift modifier using to record, enable, input monitor, solo, and mute. All right, so record enable starts with an R, so it'll be a Shift R, Shift I, Shift M, Shift S. All right, this is going to make your life so much easier when you're getting ready to record because you're going to be able to directly go to a track, record, enable it, and be good to go. A reason why we use the record track tool is because it keeps the channel open for the clients to talk and something like that when they need to. So basic record, and then you got your tracks down, up under it, and so let's show you what this looks like. I guess I should read something. Oh, man. Let's read Trump's unprecedented attempts to overturn the election. This should be a good read. I'm not buying the Washington Post just so I can read this article. All right, here we go. All right. What are my shortcuts to start recording? Got two of them. Your hair is amazing. Dang, how long has it been growing since what? It's not? It's like a wig or whatever. What?
I have an afro about this size, but I just, when it's wintertime or summertime, I don't feel like dealing with it. Hard to maintain, so I just don't fix it.
Wow.
It's easier to manage. So.
Right on. And you still get your look without, you know, your look, I guess. Without having, yeah.
That's cool. I just turn around and just like, oh, it's a lot of hair. Do you have a straight hair and the other hair?
I used to, but I ain't doing no more because of heat damage. So.
Oh wow! How long did it get? Like, how long was it to your back?
Honestly, I haven't did it since middle school, to be honest.
Oh wow! Sheesh. All right, we're gonna do some recording. What's your name? Sierra. All right, Sierra, you ready for your practice?
This is my first time being to school. It's my first workshop ever. I don't even start in January.
Oh, great! You're gonna start recording.
Okay.
All right, get up here.
I am your talent. Grab a chair. There's one.
Grab the controller. Is Mike still on here?
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. She is ready, Mike. She came in.
Hit number 3.
She getting in. All right, so to start recording.
All right, it's gonna be 3 on the numeric pad. All right, so we gotta go through a few shortcuts for everybody. All right, to start and stop, it's gonna be space bar. So let's go ahead and execute that. Starting it. Okay, yeah, look at our little tracker thing moving, cursor. All right, stop it. All right. Zoom is R and T. You get to zoom in and out. So zoom out is R and zoom in is T. So you get to continue to press the R button and it goes one way. T button goes the other way. All right. So with your left hand only, start the session. Stop it. Zoom in. Zoom out. All right. Now, there's 2 ways to record. We went over 3 ways to record. We went over 3 on the numeric pad, Command space bar, and F12. All right. So let's record, and then while we were just going to dummy record first, right? We're just going to record blank.
All right, and then stop.
Now, after you record, you want to pull that down to one of the blue tracks. So before you click it, you want to hold control, because control is what's going to time lock it in place. So once you hold control, you can click on it and then pull it straight down. Now try to move it to side, like left to right. Notice you cannot go left to right, but you can go up and down. So it time locks in place, you'll drop it down right there. All right, you'll hit return. And then you'll record again. Let's go ahead and record. Double drag. Go to the bottom corner.
Okay, my bad.
We're just gonna record blank. All right, and then stop.
And then I'm gonna keep on going. And then that one can stop. All right, now you gotta place that one down. So how do you think you'll do that? All right, you hold the control, pulling it down. Exactly on the track under that one. Common sense, she might be okay. She just might be all right. She just might be able to make it. She didn't cover up the other track. Oh, you might be a winner, kid. You just might be a winner. Look like she might have a hang of it. All right, let's see what these news people are talking about on Donald. All right, so we got to send this to playlists. And what playlists are? Playlist is like a storage bin inside of the track. So to send it to playlist, we call son it, like, you know, a father and son. And a son is spelled S-O-N. So we're going to use Shift Option N as in November, which spells son. So you got an S in Shift, the O in Option modifier. You got an option over there by your left hand too, so you probably could do those. What I like to do is lay my pinky right here, like this, so I can hit both of them at the same time. And then I can use my thumb and do N to send it to playlist. Let's see it. Ah, there we go. It's in the playlist. All right, now send that green one to playlist. And now, all right. We got some stuff cleared out. We got some stuff to playlist. Returning to the beginning. And it's going to be returned. All right. Now, let's record. Trump is using his power to try to overturn the election. President's latest efforts are an unprecedented subversion of democracy, critics say. Okay. Now, I messed up. So we're going to throw that one away. Now, how to throw tracks away is going to be Command period while it's still recording. All right. So we want to undo this so we can do a Command C, just like in Microsoft Word. That is C. And I'm going to think you're copying right now.
What's that Command?
Z.
Oh, Z.
To undo. All right. There we go. All right. So we are going to redo this. And if I mess up, it's going to be Command period to throw the track away. But do not hit the space bar. You're just going to throw it away with Command period. All right. So let's see. Let's go through some runs, blah, blah, blah. All right. Throw that track away. Oh, you stopped it. How do you keep forget? How do you forget?
I know it was a habit already.
Like do not hit the. It's like, okay, she's gonna do everything you tell her not to do.
Okay, so I removed it again.
All right. How do you, if you was in Microsoft Word and you wanted to do something like remove it that you just did, if you was writing exactly.
Okay.
All
I
right.
can do it again.
All right, here we go. Record. All right, it's recording, and I mess up.
Where's Command period? So, oh my God. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Return it back. All right. And I'm ready to record. Here we go. Trump is using his power to try to overturn the election. President's latest efforts are an unprecedented subversion of democracy, critics say. All right, pull that one down. Oh, did you do a control? All right, now zoom. Other way, so you can see it. All right, now you got two things you can do. You can either pick up recording at the end, or you can start recording from the beginning, and then I can pick it up. All right, to make it easier on the client, you're going to choose a location where you want to start from, and then hit 3. Give me the last little piece. Some more to the left. More. Yep. Click there. All right, and then 3 on the numeric pad. Are an unprecedented subversion of democracy, critics say. President Trump is using the power of his office to try to reverse the results of the election, orchestrating a far-reaching pressure campaign to persuade Republican officials in Michigan. I messed up, throw it away. Oh, she's so discombobulated, she didn't know what to press. All right, let's try this again. Are an unprecedented subversion of democracy, critics say. President Trump is using the power of his office to try to reverse the results of the election, orchestrating a far-reaching pressure campaign to persuade Republican officials in Michigan, Georgia, and elsewhere. What? Oh, look at her. She might be an engineer. Let's try it again. Unprecedented subversion of democracy, critics say. President Trump is using the power of his office to try to reverse the results of the election, orchestrating a far-reaching pressure campaign to persuade Republican officials in Michigan, Georgia, freak. All right, try it again. Are an unprecedented subversion of democracy, critics say. President Trump is using his power. What? Are an unprecedented subversion of democracy, critics say. President Trump is using the power of his office to try to reverse the results of the election, orchestrating a far-reaching pressure campaign to persuade Republican officials in blah, 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 and the most wonderful Erica Baidu. How are you? I am doing well, sitting here teaching a workshop with my students. Yes, ma'am. I got your audio all the way synced. I don't know if you talked to anybody today. You talked to Space Boy? Oh, yes, Lord. All right, cool. I got you right. I also got some individual pieces. I think we talked to, we interviewed a couple people that we didn't put in there. That was in Lucky Lake Studios with you. Electric. James. We ain't put James in there yet, and we didn't put Scarface is in there. Questlove is in there. We got Big Sean is in there. I think all we missing is James and Did you call Palatino? Or no? Just James? All right. That's going, but yeah, so I got, yeah. So, okay, they'll just have to. All right, all right. Oh, tell them bye.
Bye.
All right, peace. All right.
Holy crap. Wait a minute, I need a second. Oh my God. Because when you said it, I was like, did you say everything?
Hey, man. Why you didn't tell her I had some unsweetened tea? I need.
I need that sweetener, bro.
Oh my God.
You know,
Sweetener, bro.
I was just listening. That's crazy. Okay. All right. I'm good.
You good? You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. She's good. All right. Let's see if we can get this Trump thing together now. Let's see if we can do this.
Or an unprecedented subversion of democracy, critics say.
President Trump is using the power of his office to try to reverse the results of the election, orchestrating a far-reaching pressure campaign to persuade Republican officials in Michigan, Georgia, and elsewhere to overturn the will of voters in what critics describe Thursday as an unprecedented subversion of democracy. I did it. Oh, here we go. Let's see if she can do it. Oh, she locked it in. Pulled it down. Oh, where did it go? What did you do?
I pressed control.
It's somewhere. You gotta find it. Zoom. Oh Lord, she way over there.
Okay.
Okay, so if you try to place a word in Microsoft and you wanted it to go back to where you had it, what would you do?
Whenever you return, they'll just go back one, or is it? Oh, I use Microsoft.
What do you use?
I haven't been like.
You type?
Oh.
Lord have mercy. I don't know what else we're gonna do. How about Command Z to undo the move? All right, it puts it back. Now you can apply your different settings to what you want. Oh, yes, Lord. With the gore.
Start from here.
Yep. All right, we'll continue on. Continuing on.
Thursday as an unprecedented subversion of democracy.
After courts rejected the Trump campaign's baseless allegations of widespread voter fraud, the president is now trying to remain in power with a wholesale assault on the integrity of the vote by spreading misinformation and trying to persuade loyal Republicans to manipulate the electoral system on his behalf.
Oh my God, I knew I was about to do it again. As soon as I started pulling, I knew it. Okay. Okay. Stop.
Oh,
How did I do that?
oh snap! Now you just deleted the. So go to redo, go to edit before you do anything else. Edit, redo, record. All right, we got it back.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna click the clip.
Control.
Click it. All right, now control. Click and drag down. There you go. You can do on the first track since you got it's open in that area right there. Boom. And you can just stagger between them too if you want. Unless you're doing like vocal stacks or something, then you'll stack under. Oh, look at her work. We better work these tools first day in the workshop, zooming in, ready.
You can start from there.
Yeah.
Thursday as an unprecedented subversion of democracy.
Why you stop it? Should you do that away?
Oh yeah. So no.
Command Z. Now click where you want it to start. You're on the bottom half.
Right here.
No, there you go.
Oh,
Okay.
In an extraordinary news conference Thursday at the Republican National Committee. What the hell? I don't know where my breath went. Gone. In an extraordinary what? Okay. In an extraordinary news conference Thursday at the Republican National Committee headquarters, Trump's attorneys claimed without evidence there was a centralized conspiracy with roots in Venezuela to rig the U.S. presidential election. They allege voter fraud in Atlanta, Detroit, Milwaukee, Philadelphia. Who talks like that? In an extraordinary news conference Thursday at the Republican National Committee headquarters, Trump attorneys claim without evidence there was a centralized conspiracy with roots in Venezuela to rig the U.S. presidential election. They allege fraud. In an extraordinary news conference Thursday at the Republican National Committee headquarters, Trump's attorneys claim without evidence there was a centralized conspiracy with roots in Venezuela to rig the U.S. presidential election. They allege voter fraud in Atlanta, Detroit, Milwaukee, Philadelphia, and other cities whose municipal governments are controlled by Democrats and where President-elect Joe Biden won by large margins.
I don't know about this Philadelphia.
I think I said Philadelphia again.
Yeah.
All right, playlist it.
I forgot.
What is playlist?
Okay.
You have a father and you have.
Oh, a son. So it's. I know you said it's shift control. N.
How is that son if it's SC?
I mean, S shift option N. Right?
Mm-hmm. Gotta click it first. You gotta click the what you want to send. Yeah, you gotta do shift and option again.
I'm gonna do this right now.
There you go.
Pinky wasn't getting it.
I know Pinky. All right. Oh, it's gonna record just so short. I know it. Okay. There you go. Oh.
Wait, what did I do something?
Mm-hmm.
I did. What can I do? What's the thing?
There you go.
Okay.
On his behalf.
In an extraordinary news conference Thursday at the Republican National Committee headquarters, Trump's attorneys claim without evidence there was a centralized conspiracy with roots in Venezuela to rig the U.S. presidential election. They allege voter fraud in Atlanta.
Take that. So you want to do that again?
Yes. Every time,
It's like when you get to like Venezuela, it kind of
you know
sounds
what I'm saying?
It might be true. Venezuela hacked my phone. She's sending random messages
On his behalf.
In an extraordinary news conference Thursday at the Republican National Committee headquarters, Trump's attorneys claim without evidence there was a centralized conspiracy with roots in Venezuela to rig the U.S. presidential election. They allege voter fraud and
What is a murder? They allege on his behalf.
In an extraordinary news conference Thursday at the Republican National Committee headquarters, Trump's attorneys claim without evidence there was a centralized conspiracy with roots in Venezuela to rig the U.S. presidential election. They allege voter fraud in Atlanta, Detroit, Milwaukee, Philadelphia, and other cities whose municipal governments are controlled by Democrats and where President-elect Joe Biden won by large margins.
So
Yep, pull down.
the fourth one.
No, second. There you go. Cool. All right, awesome. You recorded. Not bad.
Our first day, yeah.
First day, you get to see Erica.
Yeah. Oh,
get to
that
record.
that was crazy.
You know,
Yeah.
dope stuff. All right, Mike, how you feeling over there?
I'm good. I'm great, man.
Awesome.
How long you gonna be there?
Hopefully I'm gonna go soon. I'm super tired.
I understand.
I've been up.
I got. Am I studio certified now? 'Cause I booked time.
Mm-hmm.
Body should have sent you email.
He sent me a whatchamacallit. He sent it.
I'm certified sauce trainer.
You a certified sauce trainer?
Well, at least body beat.
How many chains? How many connections you have? Do you do one
How
or two?
many? I think I did 2 connections. I went into the first compressor, and I think I went into the distressor.
Ooh, that boy had sauce chain it up out here.
Yeah, I tried to make you happy and proud, man.
You put a sauce chain on. One time you put the studio.
Yeah.
When you book a studio?
Six to 9 Monday.
Oh, okay. 6 to 9 Monday. How you gonna do that? You in class? Oh, we off next week.
We're off next week, ain't we? That's what they been saying.
Oh, my bad, fam.
I don't work like that, man. I be in your class.
I know. All right. Well, some nice shortcuts, some nice practicals. You did good.
Thank you.
Did really good.
Good job.
Now we're gonna see how much she can remember first day.
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna put her right in front of the class and be like, all right, come record.
I'm
Send the
writing down right now.
playlist. Oh, now she want to go write it down. Be like, send the playlist.
Okay, so she's sitting here and go over, so I know the first day.
First day, you
She'll come
definitely,
after me.
you know, definitely
Okay, so
putting you up there. All right, so what are you gonna use to record?
to record, I can do 3, set F12, and the other ones, what third ones?
Yeah, Command space bar.
Command space bar. Okay.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier.
You know, when I first came here, they was like, one of your instructors work with Erica. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I did not know it was you till they saw her. I was sitting here like, did he just say Erica? That's crazy. I have so many questions for her. I have like questions.
Oh yeah.
Her songs.
Well, you should have came because she was up there.
Wow.
She did a performance.
Yeah, well, I just got officially enrolled last week.
Last week?
I came up here and I did my test and everything else. So they said I'm officially in now.
Oh, cool.
So I'm just waiting till January to come around.
Well,
Good stuff.
I should have more workshops. Maybe in December I'm having another one. We typically do Saturday cookups too. You can come up and we create songs on Saturdays. Not necessarily this Saturday, just because I have workshops. But typically what we do, create records, put them out, make money. You never know, you might get a feature.
Nice. Okay, so record.
All right, you got to record. You got throwing away tracks.
Throwing tracks is, wait, I know it's, I don't know why my brain is so jumbled right now. Okay.
It's all the hair.
It's the hair is blocking my brain waves.
It's not communicating with the future.
My brain literally just went blank. I'm like, what is the?
What
I'm
the
writing it
hell,
down.
bro?
Look, when I write it down, I'm gonna remember because I'm able to write it, and it's like, then.
Sure. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This
This is exactly what's gonna happen. How do you throw tracks away? It is a command something.
Well, Z, I would say Z, but that's undo, so would it be
Yeah.
S?
No, that's cut.
What is freaking?
I start recording and I mess up. You're
Oh,
throwing it
you're talking
away.
about while recording? Oh, well, if
Yeah.
you said while recording, I would say it was command period. I didn't know, because when you said delete, just know, I thought, okay.
All right. I like a take, but I want to do it again, so I want you to send it to playlist. What is that shortcut? Send to playlist shortcut.
I don't know why I can't remember that one for right now.
The name of the Father.
Oh, Son.
Oh.
Sunday. So that's Shift, Option, N.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. What about my Zooms?
Oh, that's R&T.
R&T for the Zoom. How do I start and stop this thing?
Space bar.
The space bar. What is the shortcut to save?
That's a shortcut to say.
What is the shortcut to save?
Honestly, I can't tell you.
What?
Look,
What do you think it is?
That's a dumb answer. Like shortcut ones, right?
Yeah. Anytime you want to save something, no matter where you're at, you have to do this command. It don't matter if you're on a PC, if you're on a Mac, if you're in Excel, if you're in Word, if you're in wherever. Command S.
Right there.
That bothers me.
Look, I'm gonna tell you why.
Right.
That's the reason I'm coming to the school, because
It
I
bothers
couldn't
me.
afford to have no computers. I left school when I was 15 because I graduated early, so I haven't been around like school setting in like 5 years. So I just been chilling since then.
Lord, she's so smart.
I just gotta get acquainted with everything again because I haven't. First, I never been around a MacBook in my life, and we don't have no computers at home. Never really had any, so I'm just been trying to that's why I'm going to workshops and coming before I start so I can try to get familiar.
Get it together already.
Well,
welcome. Glad you came. Glad we can expand your knowledge on saves. You know?
Yeah.
If you do Command S in pretty much any program is going to save your state of where you're at. That's always cool. We also looked at some double click functions, but this is going to be for Mr. Mike Samuel. What is the shortcut for the double click to add an instrument track? The double click shortcut for an instrument track. Don't get too silent now. Adding tracks. How do you add a track?
Put that one down. This Command+Shift+N.
Command+Shift+N. Great job.
Yeah, I wrote that one down. See, I was paying attention. I
You
was
was there.
just writing fast. I was trying to write fast so I can write some things and then.
Awesome.
Because that's the reason why I had chosen school, because I'm a hands-on learner. So like I can write stuff all day, but doing it repeatedly, like as a habit, will help me learn better.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, like, for example, when you was asking me, like, what was the shit? The one where it's like, I think it was add to playlist. Since I didn't do that many times since we've been sitting here, it didn't register yet. But if I do it a couple times, it'll register.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. All right. Well, that is pretty much it for the day. You have passed your Pro Tools Shortcut Practical. Not bad. Pretty simple stuff. Pulling it straight down, you can record all the way through the track like that. Record it on the record track and drop it down to the individual ones.
I'm working on me getting a MacBook so I can practice at home too.
Oh, nice. Oh, you getting a MacBook? That's a big baller. Dang.
Still expensive.
Let me find out you got that new Trump money. Let me find out you got that second round Trump money. I ain't told nobody.
I wish.
All right. Well, that is it, guys. Thank you so much for coming out and joining. Not that bad. We're going to continue this thing next time. Next Saturday. Maybe we're off. Pretty sure.
I think you are.
Yeah, I'm not coming in. I'm recouping. Ms. Badu have worked me the last week to the point that all I want to do is sleep. I got couple more mixes I got to turn in for clients, but I'm done with music for another 3 days at least. But I know clients are going to be calling me, so I guess I should just enjoy today. So with that being said, thank you guys for joining. Have fun.
All right, man. Thanks.
Sweet. Good job.
Thank you.
What's up, Darius Craig? Did you just not join it?
I've been sitting here. I've just been quiet.
Oh. You didn't want to come down and do your practical, Darius Craig?
Do my practical.
Yeah, today is workshop 2. It's practical day.